Impossible Weight by Deep Sea Diver was probably one of my favorite albums of the past year. And the title track was pretty big, I think, single for them. It did really well. And a lot of really cool stuff. No guitar heroics really going on there. It's just good, solid songwriting and good use of, chord placements and phrasing. So to start off, I think the important part of the song is going to be in the dynamics and then the rhythm that's going on. So you're starting off with on the barring on the 8th fret. So you got the C and the F, and you have this kind of rhythm going on. And you're going to play that a lot throughout it. So it starts off playing kind of light, and you're just going to. And what you're doing there is barring that, which is really an F power chord. It's this, played with an inversion. And then you're going to hammer on to the 10th fret on the A string, which is going to give you C and G, which is a C power chord. So you're just real gentle, heavy accent on the upstroke. And then you're going to slide down a whole step to the 6th fret, and now you have this E flat power chord, but inverted. And instead of hammering on to the F up here, you're going to hammer onto the C on the E string, which is the 8th fret. So it's the same kind of rhythm, but you're going to. So all together. So really cool. Lots of big upstrokes to create those accents, very kind of percussive. And then you're going to go to just a full B flat power chord. And then an A flat power chord, but you're going to have that same kind of rhythm idea going on where you're going kind of light on the E string and is. So really cool, just simple rhythm stuff, just creating some accents for something a little bit different and interesting. Going into the chorus section, you're going to have some stuff happening on the album that doesn't necessarily happen live, some layering. I'm going to try to talk about them both here. So the chord progression through the chorus is just C minor, B flat major, E flat major, A flat major. All right. So you can play it that way. And if you play that live, not many people would ever say anything about it. But there's some different layers going on, and the way that I would play it is going to C minor here, and then here do a hammer on up here to this the 10th fret on your G string, because you're going to get that 9 sound, and I'll explain a little bit more about that in a minute. So the way I would play is. So now when I saw her live, she didn't really play any of the chords. The rhythm section held it down, and it's a cool idea to arrange it that way. And then she would sing her parts, and then have these melody lines she would play on the guitar, which are just going. So on the B string is your 13th fret to the 15th fret, and then so on the B you're going to hit the 11th fret, and then on your G string hit the 10th fret. And that note right there is an F. And in this scenario where you're playing this E flat major, F is going to be your 9. So that's why when I do it, that works really well for that. It kind of gets that 9 feeling going in there on a single guitar. And then after that, there's a kind of cool descending thing starting on this E flat or the 6th fret on the A string, and you're going to go 6th fret, 5th fret, 3rd fret, and then on the low E string here, 6th fret, 3rd fret, or that's going to be E or E flat, C, E flat. So the way that they were doing it live was. So, cool way to do it without being too busy, and she can kind of focus on the vocal duties some. But then she does a really cool thing the second time around, where it was, and instead of coming down to this, she plays the B flat major here, which is still a first position B flat chord, but you're omitting the bottom two notes here, and you're going to do that with the 6th fret, 6th fret, 7th fret, 8th fret, and then you're going to move up a little bit here to the 6th fret, 8th fret, 8th fret, to hit the E flat major, and then you're going to slide up and hit the A flat major here on the 11th fret and the 13th frets. So we go. And then it sets you up to go into the cool bridge section before you go back into the verse again, which is really just going to be G, F, and B flat. So just a quick run through on a really cool riff, some really cool ideas. Good exercise in picking hand control. Working on those upstrokes to kind of get those accents, and then also, just like playing out chords, this isn't reinventing the wheel, but it definitely adds a lot of harmonic something a little bit more interesting than just playing just root bar chords, which is fine too, but switching it up, because if she had come down to this portion down here and play the A flat major there versus up here, it's a completely different kind of vibe, and it creates that kind of tension to go into the next portion. It builds up a little bit more. So anyway, hope it's helpful.